1 hour.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For the purposes of debate only, I yield the customary 30 minutes to the gentleman from Oklahoma, pending which I yield myself such time as I may consume.
The gentlelady is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. During consideration of this resolution, all time yielded is for the purpose of debate only. I ask unanimous consent that all members be given 5 legislative days to revise and extend their remarks.
Without objection.
Mr. Speaker, this afternoon the Rules Committee met and reported a rule, House Resolution 667, providing for consideration of 3 measures. First, H.R. 3755, the Women's Health Protection Act, under a closed rule. The rule self-executes a manager's amendment from Chairman Pallone, provides 1 hour of debate equally divided and controlled by the chair and ranking minority member of the Committee on Energy and Commerce, and provides 1 motion to recommit. The rule also provides for the consideration of H.R. 4350, the National Defense Authorization Act, under a structured rule. The rule self-executes a manager's amendment from Chairman Smith, provides 1 hour of debate on the bill, equally divided and controlled by the chair and ranking minority member of the Committee on Armed Services, and provides 1 motion to recommit. The rule makes in order 476 amendments, provides en bloc authority, and provides 1 motion to recommit. The rule further provides for consideration of H.R. 5304, the Extending Government Funding and Delivering Emergency Assistance Act, under a closed rule. The rule provides 1 hour of debate on the bill, equally divided and controlled by the chair and the ranking minority member of the Committee on Appropriations, and provides 1 motion to recommit. The rule provides the majority leader or his designee the ability to en bloc requested roll call votes on certain suspension bills through September 24th. Requested roll call votes on certain suspension bills may be postponed through October 1st. Finally, the rule extends recess instructions, suspension authority, and same-day authority through October 27th, and provides that the ordering of the yeas and nays on the motion that the House suspend the rules and pass Senate 2382 is vacated. Mr. Speaker, I yield myself such time as I may consume. I stand in support of the 3 bills in this rule. H.R. 4350, the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2022, H.R. 5304, the continuing resolution, and H.R. 3755, the Women's Health Protection Act. I want to start by recognizing the contributions of the North Carolinians and all American service members who served in Afghanistan over the past 20 years. Your sacrifices will never be forgotten. It is in honor of these American heroes that I'm proud to support the fiscal year 2022 National Defense Authorization Act. This bill invests in our service members and their families, and ensures that the United States is ready to confront future threats to our nation. This NDAA provides our men and women in uniform with a 2.7% pay increase, makes critical changes to how the military addresses sexual assault, and improves TRICARE coverage and benefits, including by removing cost sharing for contraceptive coverage. I'm grateful that 3 of my amendments were made in order. 2 of these amendments aim to support military women and families by requiring reports on access to menstrual products and accommodations, and on potential TRICARE coverage of preconception and prenatal genetic carrier screening tests. My other amendment expands the definition of PFAS to better align with the current science. This change will help keep our service members and all Americans safe from toxic chemicals. In addition to supporting our military personnel, this legislation supports American innovation through a 32% increase in defense-wide research, development, testing, and evaluation. It also ensures that our HBCUs and other minority institutions are more able to contribute to DoD research and development. Finally, this bill continues our commitment to supporting our Afghan allies by authorizing $500 million for the Department of Defense to support the relocation of at-risk Afghans. The continuing resolution included in this rule also supports efforts to evacuate our allies from Afghanistan. Afghans arriving to the U.S. or awaiting processing overseas need medical care, food, housing, and other assistance. This funding will ensure the government agencies involved in the resettlement process have the capacity necessary to help our Afghan allies build new lives in safety in the United States. In addition, the continuing resolution ensures that our government remains funded, raises the debt ceiling, and provides relief to areas devastated by Hurricane Ida and other natural disasters. Democrat or Republican, we are all Americans. We all benefit when our democracy and economy are healthy, and we all suffer when our country is in crisis. Every member in this body was elected to represent our fellow Americans. It would be a dishonor to the trust they bestow upon us if we let the government shut down or allow the country to default on the full faith and credit of the United States. This CR will provide much-needed relief to communities devastated by recent hurricanes and other disasters like the California wildfires. Thousands of homes have been destroyed, and many Americans still have limited access to fresh water and electricity. Additional delays in relief could be the difference between life and death. Lastly, this rule includes the Women's Health Protection Act, which safeguards reproductive freedom for people across this country. Roe v. Wade has been the law of the land for nearly 50 years. With this bill, the House is stepping in following the Supreme Court's failure to uphold decades of American jurisprudence. This bill affirms what our Constitution and international human rights bodies have long upheld, that access to reproductive care is central to health and equality. A woman living in Texas should have the same access to care as a woman living in California. Mr. Speaker, I reserve the balance of my time.